We're going to look at one verse, Acts 14:19. But the Jews came from Antioch and Iconium, having persuaded the crowds, they stoned Paul, dragged him out of the city, supposing that he was dead. Now, it's against Jewish law to kill somebody in the city. You do it outside the city. These Jews didn't care. Their unbelief is unbelievable. Their opponents were not content just to kick Paul out. They threw stones. They stoned him, and they thought they had killed him. Some of these persecuting Jews from Antioch and Iconium traveled more than 100 miles just to make Paul miserable. They dedicated themselves as adversaries of Paul. They incited the people of Lystra against Paul and Barnabas, and they made an attempt with the rocks to execute Paul. Dramatic demonstration of how fickle a crowd can be. They admired Paul and thought he was one of the gods, and now they're ready to kill him. It's dangerous to be a spiritual leader, to cultivate or allow hero worship. The same people who give you honor are the same ones that will betray you later. Paul was miraculously preserved. Some think he was even actually killed and raised to life again because of the stoning was actually a reliable form of execution. But Paul wrote later, I bear in my body the marks of Jesus, Galatians 6:17. He may have had in mind the scars from this incident. He certainly referred to the stoning in 2 Corinthians 11:25, and it's been suggested because of that, because of this brutal treatment, he ended up having a vision, and that's in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. It's reasonable to think that Paul remembered Stephen when he was being stoned and he held their coats. He remembered how that was an execution. He probably experienced what the feelings were that Stephen had. Another interesting point, the fact is that a young man named Timothy was with Paul at this time. Between the ages of 15 and 17 years old, he was given to tears, according to 2 Timothy 1:4. Thinking Paul was dead, they contemplated his burial. But he had a surprise for them.